Oh my God, I witnessed my neighbor being murdered. A knife was plunged into her stomach and she was screaming in sheer terror. She spotted me and desperately cried out for help in my direction. With trembling hands, I crawled under my bed to find my phone and called 911. I hadn't T-stepped outside in 10 years because every time I D-crossed the threshold, I'd D get dizzy spells and eventually black out. I pushed through years of paralyzing fear, grabbed an umbrella, and burst out the door. I didn't pass out. But right at that moment, the screech of brakes, the searing pain of impact TMDs, that is the last thing I remember. When I came to, I was sprawled on my living room couch. The cops had already shown up. I frantically told them about my neighbor Jane Russell being murdered, but their response left me baffled. What stunned me even more was when my male neighbor appeared with some woman claiming to be Jane Russell. She was definitely not the woman I'd spoken with the night before. Their son Ethan was brought in to back up their story.
You've never met my mother.
Everyone stared at me with that pitying look, implying this was all in my head. Drug-induced delusions. After the police left, this gnawing unease pushed me to start digging. What I found online made my blood run cold. Turns out my male neighbor had moved here after his assistant died under suspicious circumstances. I tried tracking down my tenant to get some answers, but stumbled upon his secret instead. Handy D just gotten out of prison. Even more chilling, while I was looking for my cat under his bed, I found an earring that Jane Russell had been wearing. I knew I wasn't losing it. I grabbed my camera to snap some covert shots across the street, but the female neighbor caught me red-handed.
Stop watching our house, or I'll call the police. Stop watching our house, or I'll call the police.
Her threats only strengthened my conviction that they were covering something up. The next day, when I discovered that earring in my tenant's nightstand, I happened to catch Ethan heading downstairs. I called him over and looked him dead in the eye.
Can't help you
told
if you will not.
You've never met my mother.
No, you were lying, and you know it.
You're just confused.
No, I know what I saw.
You don't. You're just wrong.
I know what I saw.
You don't. You're just
we talked
wrong.
about you. She told me about
Please don't do this to
Why
me.
are you lying for him?
The male neighbor suddenly materialized and slapped Ethan hard across the face. He warned me to stay the hell away from them, and that vicious glare sent ice through my veins. Later, I found a portrait of Jane Russell tucked away in my kitchen drawer. Just as I was about to turn it over to the cops as evidence, I received a photo of myself sleeping. Someone had been watching me inside this house the whole time. The police still weren't buying my story, and even my tenant denied ever knowing Jane Russell. In desperation, I exposed his status as a parolee and brought up the earring, but nothing seemed to make a difference. The cops suddenly brought up my car accident. Because of my reckless driving, my husband and daughter were gone forever, while I walked away without a scratch. The memories cut through me like knives, and I started second, guessing myself maybe I really had lost my mind, feeling utterly